All right. Welcome to the Morning Spike, where all of the Nerd Huddle comes together to help you out with your NFL updates and sitting and starting questions. Sorry, I'm a little flustered right now. Thought I heard something in the basement, and I was like, huh? So I was like, is it my cat or what? But yeah, sorry about that. So we are in week 12, the second half of week 12, more or less. My name is St. Kramer. I'm with Martin. Yeah, I mean, week 12 usually doesn't go on.
We put a dent into week 12.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. That's a good way to say it.
Yeah, we put a dent with three games.
3 games.
Yeah, so which now today I think that leaves what 12,
something like that. So got some bye weeks. I think 2 or 3 teams are on bye week.
Yeah, typically it's about 2 this season. So
yeah. But yeah, man, what do you think about the games that on Thursday? Oh, first of all, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. We hung out at grandma's for a bit and watched maybe the first game and then half of the second, which was Dallas and Las Vegas, and then finish it off here at the house. So it wasn't bad. Yeah,
it's not too bad. Any of the games that you're kind of like interested in? Because
on that day,
yeah, out of the 3 games,
it was the Lions and the Bears. That was the one I really wanted to see, and you guys won. Barely.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to get too much in because I already know on Tuesdays, Penn and Grizzly, they're gonna talk about it. It's a win. But it shouldn't be like that. You should. I guess a win is a win, so you can't complain.
For them, man.
Yeah,
I really was. I was really rooting for the Lions, and I know Marvin's happy because he didn't want to be the one guy that gives him the first win. So, yeah. But it's understandable.
Yeah,
and then
the Raiders and Vegas game, or the Vegas and Cowboys game, I thought was
a good one.
Pretty fun. Yeah, that was a fun one to watch.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Freaking kicker palooza for the Raiders. Freaking Carlson over there. But it was interesting to see like how close that game. And then the end one was just a complete blowout. Even Mitch Trubisky even came in and played in the 4th. So
yeah, it was 31-6 Bills over Saints. That was insane. And if that doesn't show like how powerful the Bills really are this season still, I don't know. I mean, the Saints are obviously a shadow of what they used to be, you know, at least on offense. But oh boy.
But it's good to see that they're still, people were doubting them. Saints defense is pretty good, like you said. Or did you say that right now? I can't remember.
Well, I said their offense sucks, but their defense is still pretty solid.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice to see that the Bills actually, made a good, front forth for themselves, saying that we're still, like you said, still good. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I know. I have Josh Allen on my on one of my teams, and he put up pretty good numbers.
Yeah,
I mean, he
same.
didn't
I
like.
started Josh as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty happy with the numbers. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I can live with that. So, but other than that, though, it wasn't bad. It's despite their offensive line issue, but they're still one of the top offensive lines still. So,
yeah. See any big players from those games? Yeah, Josh Allen, 28 points. Not bad. Breda.
oh, Matt Breida, yeah,
Breda,
out
13
of the
points.
woodwork, man. Zach
Yeah.
Moss and Singletary are just not going to be. So they brought Matt Breida in the offseason, and then didn't really use him until as of recently, like the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So week 10, and since then it was like, okay, they're doing a three-headed monster. I don't know. Zach Moss was actually a healthy scratch this week, so
Yeah.
hope people didn't leave him in there. But other than that, though, it seems like they're gonna go with Matt Breida and Singletary from here on out. But Breida's getting more of the carries.
Which is kind of crazy. Is he somebody you would pick up all, because he's probably on a lot of free agent right now.
Yeah, probably.
So
my mistake.
Somebody not too bad to pick up.
Singletary still had majority of the carries, but Breida just utilized. He did more with his. So Singletary had 15, Breida had 9.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
like you said,
a touchdown. A couple. He had more receptions.
Barely by one.
So if yeah, I mean, but he also got 29 yards out of the 2 receptions, and Singletary got 4 yards out of the 1 reception. So
right,
but if you're in PPR league, that's always good. And then the touchdown is what overdid it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like people look at that and it's like, okay, but then I look at the carries. Like me, I specifically look for carries and how much they're utilizing their running backs. So for that it was just
yeah. I wind up dropping Zach Moss. One because I needed to make moves, and he's somebody that was expendable on my team, like really expendable. So it is. But Breida is somebody I think a lot of people should be looking at if you have running back issues.
Yeah, I would say it's the last 3 weeks. I think they're utilizing him more in the work. So why not?
But once I guess Zach Moss comes back more to a I don't know. Is he going to really be permanent? Like when he does come back? Because I mean,
it's not even that he's back. They just healthy scratched him. Like he's there. He's fine.
Yeah. It could be like what we said. Those in between bye weeks that they're giving players.
Oh,
with
maybe
the extended season.
Yeah, we did mention that.
It could be something like that.
I don't know. Could be. It's just very interesting seeing how they did that. So it's like I got the notification, and I'm like, oh well, some people I know already have Zach Moss. I had him in one league, and I didn't play him. So
I feel like that's somebody that they're saving for their playoffs, which means fantasy playoffs. He might not be relevant again. They might limit him again and do a run count, stuff like that. So that's why for me it was a no-brainer to drop him, because I'm like, he'll be important for the postseason of the NFL, not for the fantasy postseason.
No.
So so that's why I was like, it kind of sucks. But Diggs did Diggs stuff. Knox had a really good game. 18 points, 3 for 3, 32 yards, and 2 TDs.
Yeah,
pretty good day for a tight end.
Yeah, for sure. He's the guy. He is the guy there. So
and then Vegas, nothing happened. Vegas game. Elliott had good. Pollard, I picked up Pollard last minute because I needed him in our league, and he got pretty good points. I was pretty happy about that. I was kind of, but I believe he had that return, didn't he?
Pollard. And he had 10 carries, 36 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So yeah, it might have been that return.
Yeah, I think if you don't, obviously you don't, we don't get the yards for the return, but if he got a touchdown,
he crosses the touchdown, yeah.
Yeah,
Kick return yards. So I don't know about. So in my league, it was like 21-40.
Okay,
But
in
that
my
was
league
because
it's
we had
16.
kick return yards as well.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually don't, but I I'm always playing around with different settings to find out what different styles that we all like. And it's good. I like changing things around. Like this year in my league, like yearly league, we did PPR for the first time. We usually do standard, and then we did PPR this year, which also throws in. I know you don't like PPR.
No, I can't.
Yeah, but it just throws in yeah, I just like it because it throws in a curveball every so often, So I like doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, dude, 19 points.
Yeah,
if you did that,
he did pretty good. And I think it's just because they need him. Just with everything that's going on over there, they just really needed the talent. Like finally, I don't know. Maybe we see him be more used as the season goes on because their schedule is not that bad. So, definitely something to look at from here on out.
Yeah. We think about Michael Gallup. He had a pretty good day. 5 out of 8, 106 yards.
Yeah. It was quiet towards the first half. I was kind of getting a little worried that he wasn't going to do anything, and then it wasn't until like the fourth quarter then he had one here and there throughout the game, but it wasn't until like the fourth quarter where he started getting all that work in. So it was interesting.
It was Cedric Wilson who got
was getting majority of it. Yeah,
he was a 7 out of 10, 104 yards. So I mean, not too much more, but and then also Noah Brown, dude. So somebody who also is probably on a lot of on sleeper. He's 0% rostered, 0% started, and he put up 11 points. He was 6 out of 9, 53 yards.
Yeah, he's a waiver pickup next week, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, we got a question. We got Ming Mizzy. Hey man, Brayden Cooks or Hollywood Brown? I played Mike Gallup.
So
let's see. Brandon Cooks.
And he played Michael Gallup. So you had a good start there. Hollywood Brown is trending to play, is what they're saying. It's gonna be game time decision. I have him in one of mine, and let's see, they are facing
Cleveland.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, Sleeper has them as a high end
Jets. I think what you could probably do is maybe put Cooks in because it's Tyrod Taylor. But you know that Cleveland game is going to be a high rep, and everyone's going to be mad.
And he said, I'm mad worried I got to win this week. So it's a must win for him, huh? I hear that.
If it's PPR, I think I might go with Cooks. But if it's standard,
he'll see a lot more reception.
He will.
Yeah.
He will. Tyrod Taylor's like, I'm glad he's back because freaking General Mills over there wasn't doing anything. So I like Brandon Cooks as an PPR.
If it's standard.
I think Hollywood Brown might get a touchdown. But it's that one sounds close. But the fact that Tyrod Taylor's there, I'm okay with it.
I think I would still go Brown, but he's also questionable. So it started. Tyrod barely threw the ball though. Oh, it's standard. I'm sorry.
It's standard.
I'm like it started already. I'm like, what time is it? Yeah, it's standard. I would go Tyrod. Barely threw the ball.
I think I would go Marquise.
Yeah, I'll go Brown. Here's a little quick stat. So the last two games against Cleveland, Brown totaled 151 yards and a touchdown through the two games against Cleveland last season. So last year, when Cleveland was better, he pretty solid. This year, which Cleveland is definitely worse, and I think the Ravens are starting to prove more of a point. I think he's going to do pretty good. Hopefully he'll get a touchdown.
Yeah. Hopefully. No, I think in a standard league you should be okay with Brown.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to look at Cooks right now. I can't seem to find him.
Yeah. But since he is questionable, I would keep an eye on him. I think he is trending to play, like you said. But you never know, man. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I would put him in and see what's going on. We got Phantom Beast. What is up? So I had to pick up T.Y. Johnson from the Jets in case Aaron Jones. Yeah, I was gonna say Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, but now he might. I don't know what to do. Anyone else in the same situation? Full PPR. A lot of people are in that situation, man.
I know a lot of people are picking up AJ Dillon right now.
Yeah, I mean everyone's waiting to hear about Jones. I mean that's all I see on Twitter, and on the sleeper chat and stuff like that.
I mean, it's against the Rams too, though. They're pretty good against the run. They're not like stellar, but they're not the worst. They're somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. They also have a bye week next week, which you
Rams?
can. I don't know.
That's the thing.
The Packers.
Yeah. My bad. They might decide to sit him to give them that extra week, and that's what I've been hearing right now.
Yeah.
They give him that extra week, which could be potential. Like it's gonna be. So he picked up Ty Johnson, right?
Ty Johnson. Yeah.
And that's an 11 o'clock game. The thing is, he's worried about putting in Ty Johnson.
And then they put him in.
I mean, yeah.
I would go safe.
With Ty Johnson against the Houston Texans? It's full PPR.
Yeah, because I got into almost the same situation where I have Ingram, and I didn't change him out because I was waiting to the last second, and I got busy. I did something else, and then literally like 2 minutes after the game started, I forgot to change him out, and I was pissed. So I got a 0 for Ingram, who didn't play. When I picked somebody up to replace him, I don't know why I didn't. So like me personally, I'd rather put in the safe bet, but keep an eye on it. Because if something happens, you forget, I don't know, you have to like run to the store or some shit and you forget to change out Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
And he doesn't play. I mean, if he does play, then yeah, for sure, it's going to be awesome. But I think he's not going to play. I don't think they're going to play him. I don't
think so. I think the thing is, he says he wants to.
Yeah.
But I think the team is going to rule him out as out. If the team does that, he's going to be pissed. But, hey.
Yeah. I mean, if there's anybody better than Ty Johnson on your waivers, maybe. I don't know how good the last couple of weeks he hasn't done too well, but against Buffalo and Miami.
Okay. He's doing okay.
He got 2 points against Miami last week.
Well, yeah, but overall.
But now Carter's out for, I believe, the whole year. So he's gonna be the guy.
He's gonna be the main guy.
So, like it or not, he's gonna get all the balls. Yeah.
When wasn't Carter out for a couple weeks before? Yeah. So in that time, I'm assuming I'm gonna look back. It was.
I'm assuming it had to be week 5. He put up 11 points.
7, 8, 9.
9. Yeah, and he put up decent points. 11, 13, 19 against Cincinnati. So it's not bad. Carter's not there. He is the guy, so he's going to do the work.
I wouldn't mind putting Carter in to stay safe. I mean, if Jones does end up playing, would they put him on a snap count or something like that? And that's what I'm more worried about. And
usually when it's leading into a bye, you have an injury. Most of the time, they don't play to give you that extra week. So now you have 2 weeks off instead of just the one.
Half, and
he might play a half, just the but usually, I don't know. It's also Green Bay. I don't know what they're doing up there. So yeah, that's what I think. Put Johnson in and then keep an eye on it. Then we got Meng back here. He played at 820. If he doesn't play, I have nobody to play white out for me. It's a tough situation. The Brown and the Cooks. Ooh, that's right. I think he's gonna play. I think they need him too. I think they need him, and I don't think he's that beat up.
Yeah, I think he's gonna play.
And then Brandon plays at one.
But that's that risk you got to take. If I were in that situation, I would risk it and then see if Rashad Bateman is there, and then maybe pick him up instead if you have the space for it, or you can move it around. Rashad Bateman should be the other wide out there. See if he's there.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. But I think they're gonna use him.
On sleeper, Rashad Bateman 71% rostered, so you have a decent chance on getting him if he is free.
Yeah. Thanks. I was gonna try and shut everything down, but it was coming out, man. It was coming.
It's going. Cool. And then real quick, if you guys are watching on Nerd Huddle, go check out the Dynasty Pylon, link in the description. That's Martin's channel that they do over there. They help you out all during the week. Thursday, Friday, Wednesdays. I would
say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, that's the days I was thinking about. Yeah, and then if you're checking out the Nerd Huddle, or if you're checking out Dynasty Pylon, come and check out the Nerd Huddle. We do a bunch of other stuff on Tuesdays. We have our football therapy sessions with the Bear guys, and then a bunch of other stuff during the week. So, but appreciate everyone in chat right now. And then Carlos is God. Morning, fellas. How do you guys feel about David Johnson this week? Non-PPR.
Oh, damn. You're digging deep, guy.
Yeah, I know. I gotta look him up.
You're digging deep.
David Johnson, Houston.
Yeah,
against the Jets.
I don't like it, dude. I don't like it.
I mean, I really don't like any Houston players. Usually,
how do I feel about it?
Most of the time,
I don't like it.
Yeah.
He's expected to be the main passing down back. So you could expect a lot of checkdowns from Tyrod Taylor. Is he going to get work? Yes. More than the others. I mean, with the absence of what Philip Lindsay's no longer there. The issue you have there is Rex Burkhead. That's my main concern.
I mean, if it's a non-PPR league, I wouldn't even keep him on my team.
I wouldn't.
I would see if you have better options, man. I mean, we were just talking Breida.
Matt Breida,
Matt Breida, he's gonna be good for at least a couple weeks, so somebody you can stream for a while till they figure out what's going on with Zach Moss and everything they got back there in the backfield.
I feel like they're gonna use Burkhead more. I don't know, against the Jets.
I do too. Yeah.
That's I like Tank said. We kind of stay away from those guys, except for Brandon Cooks. That's pretty much your only guy you'll need. And if you're really, really hurting and you need to stream a QB, maybe Tyrod. But those are the only two guys that I'm okay with rostering. But David Johnson, no. He's no longer the David Johnson we used to know.
Yeah, not anymore. Like you say, before the season even started, when they were picking up all these old running backs, like we thought Philip Lindsay was going to be the man back there.
Yeah, we thought he was
the youngest. Yeah, and they cut his ass. So
I don't know.
What the hell?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This season's been so weird. Like coming in, we thought Trey Sermon was going to be the man. We thought he was going to be the next big thing. No. So
Yeah.
it's been really
Legit.
interesting. Same with Davis. I knew he wasn't going to be a thing, but everyone else said he was going to be a thing, and that I was correct on. Thank God. Michael Davis, get it, Mike Davis.
I would. I mean, maybe Devontae Foreman. He's somebody you could probably pick up for a few weeks. He's been getting bulk of the carries.
Yeah. I didn't even think
he's
about
only 44%
out of Tennessee.
out of Tennessee. There's got to be other people you could pick up besides David Johnson. I mean, I would drop him from my team, like, and pick somebody else up. And that might be a spot, like, for me too. Like, I don't mind having a person that I can just drop and change out to other players, like having that one bench spot where I can just randomly pick up whoever I need.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a set person that I don't want to drop. I like having that one spot where I can.
But David Johnson's droppable. That guy hasn't even put up double digits all season. So
yeah. See what you got out there, man. But we're going. Well, we just wait for some more questions. I don't know who else. Who's trending right now?
Trending right now is Nick Westbrook, out of Tennessee.
Yeah,
wide receiver, both AJ Brown and Julio. So that gives him the main role. Dez Fitzpatrick, our guy from Dynasty Pylon. Coming into the offseason, we loved him. Like, Senior Bowl, he was great. He looked good. And then training camp happened, and they were saying, oh, he can't block for crap. So, these run plays are really crucial sometimes, especially being on Tennessee. Like, they're a heavy run team when Derrick Henry was there. So if the guy couldn't block, they didn't want you. So that's what happened in that case. Dez Fitzpatrick got sent to the practice squad. It wasn't until like a week or two ago they brought him up and he got a touchdown. I was like, and I told Mark, I'm like, dude, Dez caught a touchdown. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, he's out there. And sure enough, Dez Fitzpatrick, the rookie out of Tennessee, he could be relevant until AJ Brown gets back. Julio Jones is done, man. I'm sorry, but he's done.
That's sad, man. It sucks because he just had a legacy, and then this
and DeAndre Hopkins is in the next trolley over behind him in that trade.
Which really sucks because he's young-ish. He can still
not really.
I mean, I think people look at it'll go for.
So I'm gonna tell you something about Dynasty. It's like typically your receivers at age 28. You start to see a downfall. There's a regression there. When they're 29, it's not noticeable, but there is still some. Like it regresses by a couple 100 yards or a few touchdowns or something. There's some type of regression, but not enough to notice until they get to like their 30s, and that's when you start seeing this big change. That's what happened to Julio. DeAndre Hopkins is now turned 29. So he is now in that peak spot where, these receivers, we're so used to seeing them through their 20s all the way till, 28. And that's typically the regression age. So, and D-Hop falls under that. And we're witnessing it right now in front of our eyes, like with the hamstring issue, like Julio. So,
it sucks. I think a lot of people look at Larry Fitzgerald and see like, oh, that guy played until he was like 100 years old and was still fairly relevant, But like now that I think about it, his last couple seasons,
he was regressed. Like
he didn't do anything.
A big regression, exactly. That's the thing. Like people, they see them out there, but they don't think about the regression. Like you're never gonna get that big game anymore. Like ever, they just can't keep up. It's a young man's game, and if you're basically, depending on what position you play, you can't keep up with these younger, faster kids that are coming in. Like your body doesn't do the same anymore as much as you did when you first got it. And that's the thing. We witnessed this. This is why, like, you look at, like, I fell in love with Micah Parsons this year. I knew he was going to be good as a linebacker. He's looking great.
Yeah.
And then I look at someone like Bobby Wagner, still good, and this is just my IDP size. Still good, but he's just you can see that he's a little slower. Still good, still better than
Yeah.
75 to 80% of the league, but you could tell he's not
starting
that
to
good anymore.
starting to come down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but then that leaves the door open for new guys like this Dez Fitzpatrick. You know, I think he started.
He works on what he's doing.
Yeah, week 10 was his official first game as a pro. He had 1 target and 1 reception. I don't think they didn't even count any yards or anything. So,
no.
But week 11 against Houston, 6 receptions, or 6 targets, 3 receptions, 35 yards, and a touchdown, which is what did it for him. So in a PPR league, he got like 12 and a half points. So
yeah,
so you know, he might be a new guy. You know, maybe they worked on what they needed to work on during on the practice squad, and maybe, like it or not, they had to pull him up. Yeah, they had to pull him up.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, like you said, everyone is getting hurt up there. I mean, right now he's their wide receiver 2. You know, same thing with Nick Westbrook is their wide receiver 3. You know,
yeah.
Chester Rogers. I mean, these are all like, it's crazy. Yeah, so I think that's definitely a team that's starting to change a lot.
So,
but yeah,
I know we here been saying that Matthew Stafford is a tank. So, you know, he's dealing with his he's pain in his elbow. He's got a sore ankle, and that back is still bothering him. But guess what, man? He's still going.
Yeah.
Dude, he's a tank. But he's still going. He's still gonna play. Also, Amari Cooper will return this week. So, he'll be back in the facility tomorrow. So hopefully by following week we'll see him. So, but Amari Cooper's not gonna play today. It seems like.
Yeah. But. So, what you said, Amari Cooper?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they already played.
No, I know, but like for those who are like waiting on, like don't trade him, don't drop him or anything. He's just COVID. It's not like just throwing it out there. Just recent news.
Yeah, which that's just it's really sucky. Where there has to be something where they can do is like if they're vaccinated and they did all this, the stuff they needed to do, and they have a short week like that, and stuff happens. I was like, you need to be able to like be a little flexible, as I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't want to put a guy who's out there.
Yeah,
on everyone, and
but I was like, you could have. I mean, they have enough money to test him every single day. But they need to have the 2 negatives in a 10-day
like the rapid
period,
test.
I believe. Yeah, but that's the thing. It needs to be in a 10-day. But I was like, but what if you have a short week where you don't have 10 days? You know what I mean? It's just. I mean, they literally played Sunday, and then
been vaccinated.
3 days later, I think he is.
I don't know. Typically the unvaccinated players it's about 10 days.
Yeah,
these other guys, I think it's less if they are because they just,
is it. I thought it was more. I don't know.
No, NFL Rogers missed about 10. Cooper just missed about 10.
Did he? Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, well, real quick, Matthew Stafford, he's having a season. He did pretty crappy against San Francisco, but that's his only really bad game.
Yeah, you got bad games every now.
Yeah, but then he got the bye. Now they're going against Green Bay, which that's gonna be a game I'm gonna watch. Stafford coming back to the NFC North, and and going against Rodgers again. Different team, different colors. He's feeling good. He's playing really good. So, is it going to be a different Stafford that's going to be in Green Bay?
Well, I mean, I don't know about the feeling good part, but
that's true.
Definitely banked up as of now. It's going to be a tough one. It really is. And then I honestly look, and just me because I'm a AJ Dillon fan. Kind of don't want Jones to come back, but that's just me. But I know a lot of people drafted Jones really high, so everyone's expecting him to be back. But we might see him at a snap count. So hopefully you pick up AJ Dillon.
Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna play. Robert Woods, they officially on IR 4 days ago.
Yeah, you know what's weird is they took so long. Like, didn't that injury happen like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, he was
ago?
out. He was out. He didn't play week 10, but
No,
I think it was like shortly
yeah.
after week 9, after the Tennessee game, they said he was injured. So yeah, that's
It
2
took a
weeks
while.
ago.
They were
Oh,
even
3
then
weeks.
following day, they're like, oh yeah, he's pretty much out for the season. And it took him like a couple weeks to finally put him on IR. Like it's just baffling. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. How much do you think that affects it? Because they lose Robert Woods, which really sucks. They gain Odell Beckham. I think all of us here don't like Odell. You know, even the guys that aren't on the show right now, no one really likes him.
Nobody likes his attitude, and that's the issue. Like
Yeah.
he left New York Giants for that same reason. Then he left Cleveland, and now he's with LA. Yeah, you maybe it's you, guy. Maybe it's you. Like I don't know. Like I just can't. I don't understand how. You know, you don't feed him the ball and he starts crying. Like it's like, dude, like come on.
Yeah. But it's like, but you keep going to teams where you're not the main guy. If you want to be the main guy, then go to a team that you will be the main guy. You know, it's like Cleveland, I guess at the time when he went there, he was almost going to be the main guy, but then they got Landry. You know, they got like
outproduced them.
And he just never, he never did anything. Now he's going here, you know, and like you got Cooper Kupp, you know, Robert Woods, Van Jefferson is really doing a lot of good work over there.
Yeah.
So it's like, again, you're not even in the top 2, you know, but now Woods is out. So I guess now he's kind of forced into that role. But yeah, but I think his best years are behind him. I mean, his first 3 years in the league were his best years. After that, it's just, you know, he's got this like, I don't know,
mentality where he needs to get everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see how that works out. If he can like really just play, I think
real
it might
quick
be good.
Though, shout out to Deshaun Jackson though, dude.
What happened with him?
Well, he got 102 yards and a receiving touchdown. Yeah. I'm just speaking from the Rams going to, you know, the Raiders because of the issue of not getting targets. Like it's but he played really well that day.
So real quick, where's crap? What am I looking for? Oh, wrong league. Who had in week 11? It was legend Henry. Freaking Eckler had crazy points. Like he had 40 something points, 41 points.
Yeah. But I mean, JT outscored him barely by a touchdown.
Exactly as I was gonna say too.
He almost had it. It was funny because when they interviewed Eckler, you know, they're like, "Hey, you know, you're gonna break, you know, whatever record," and they're like, "Oh, I'm slowly behind JT though, but JT had it." So, yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah,
yeah, he did pretty good. What do you do for like PPR leagues? I don't know.
I'm trying to look.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know who owns them.
See the search button go in there, but
yeah,
we got a question though.
Jonathan Taylor. Oh yeah, against Buffalo. Oh, you got it. You got him, dude. You got Jonathan Taylor.
It's not much I pay attention to that league. Yeah, what's my record in that league?
Hold on, I'll look in a second. We got Joey Perps. What's up? Gordon or Patterson? I think Patterson. I saw something about him this morning. He's questionable. Game time call. I don't know. Would you risk it? No. He's definitely a game time decision. And then Gordon, who's not doing too bad.
I would put Gordon in.
I would too.
They got the Chargers, right? Yeah, yes. Put Gordon in. The Chargers are playing a preventive defense this year, which means is they're putting DBs and this is why your receivers when you play against the Chargers suck because they're playing two deep safeties with the man corners and 2 coverage linebackers with the QB spy. This is what they're doing. Like, I'm watching these games, and that's exactly what they're doing. This is why receivers are having a tough day against the Chargers. But because of the way they're doing the defense is they are just not worried about the running backs at all. Running backs are just kind of running through.
Getting decent points, yeah.
Yeah, I would go with Gordon. Patterson is still with that weird ankle injury, and it's going to be game time decision, like you said. So I definitely would rather much put someone who I know who's probably going to produce at least double digits, 10 at minimum. But I know Gordon's definitely going to probably do a lot better than, because I don't know, Patterson might not even play.
Yeah. So. Oh wait, I just got a notification about Patterson. Oh, same thing. Questionable with the ankle. Will play today versus the Jaguars. A big lift. So I think, yeah, that's what.
So he's playing.
That's what I got right now. You know, Falcons. RB quarter pass and question. He's still questionable with ankle injury, but they're saying he will play today. Even if he still play, I still think I would go Gordon.
Same. He might re-aggravate it.
Yeah,
he might re-aggravate it, and but then he could be really good because it's the Jags. I don't know. If you want to, like, if you're in the playoffs already and you want to be safe, put Gordon. If you don't know if you're going to make playoffs or not,
and you need a lot of points,
roll the dice and put Patterson. He might be big boom or bust.
Yeah.
I like safety over risking, but that's just me.
For me, that's too much of a risk.
I put Gordon for me.
Yeah, I put Gordon. Excuse me. We got Carlos. How do you guys feel about the RB situation for the Titans? Is Foreman the guy or Hillard? Which we just talked about this. I think Foreman is
Foreman right now.
Yeah.
Dante. Was it Dante Hillard?
I believe so.
They're saying he's gonna start or play Dontrell. So he was he did really good last week, and that's the thing. Where I think he got 8 receptions, 47 yards, and 35 yards. So he didn't really do any touchdowns.
No.
But Foreman is still that 2 back. I don't know. But I got a notification that said he's gonna get the bulk of the carries this Sunday.
The Hillard or Foreman?
Foreman.
So yeah, I saw that too.
So with that, I'm going to say Foreman this week. And if Hillard outperforms him, they're probably going to switch it back over. So
yeah, I mean, even like rostered, they're both like at
running backs.
Yeah, I think Hillard's at 43% rostered, and Foreman is at 44. You know, so and they're like 15 and 12% started. So I think the sleeper app, users can't even figure out who's going to be the guy. But yeah, I would go Foreman this week, but next week it could change. Never know.
It could. Easy.
Yeah. And then we got Joey Purpose. Safety play is Gordon. Floor is Patterson. I'm 8-3. Definitely need a win this week. I think, I don't know. I think Gordon is still the play. What do you think? If like you got to win this week,
he needs to win.
Yeah.
At 8-3, and you're not in yet.
I mean, it could be doing a lot. Like there could be a couple other teams,
unless he's playing someone who's like potentially going to make playoffs, and if he doesn't knock him out, like me and Mark, I know if Mark doesn't make playoffs, I already won that year. It's really weird. Like me and him are even when it comes to playoffs. My co-host from Dynasty Pylon, every year, either one of us will make it, and then I know it's like who won it last year. I did. Okay, well then it's your turn. I kid you not. It's just the fantasy gods. That's the way they want it between me and Mark. We split every year. Like this year's yours, this year's yours. If you meet in the playoffs, that could be a situation with him. Like 8-3, I'm surprised he's.
I mean, he might be going for first place too. I mean, that's
like
that's definitely
a buy.
Yeah, if they do a buy or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I think you're good in the league, but I still go Gordon. Man. I still say Gordon. I do too. Yeah. See, we got Bob Dole. What is up, Bob Dole? Should I pick up Hillard from Tennessee or Hines from the Colts? Ooh,
that is an interesting one.
I mean, to start.
Well, after what we read, that Foreman was going to get majority of the carries.
Yeah.
From what Coach was saying.
Yeah.
It's not always the case, and then we see what the other bum does, and then next thing you know, I like Hillard.
For the long run, I think.
Well, even if it was
for like next couple weeks,
he's got Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Like is Hines like okay? So JT's they might stuff him. Like how long is this run gonna like happen? I'm excited to see how long this happens. Like if JT still does what he's doing, but if he gets stuffed this week because it's the Buccaneers, but then we saw what Antonio Gibson did to them 2 weeks ago, so we don't know. I still like Hillard because these are two RB2s. Hillard probably has a stronger chance of being an RB1 this week for the team. Because Hines not going to start over JT Lake unless he goes down.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, no way.
I like Hillard.
Yeah, I like Hillard. And then we got Joey coming in. Flex spot. Mike Evans or Sutton? Who? Let me see who.
Cortland Sutton is against the Chargers. I said this earlier. I don't like the Chargers DB.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a big pass defense or deep threat defense. They'll stop receivers. Running backs they typically don't. Like they just let it run. But
I mean, I would go Mike Evans.
I'd go Mike Evans, even though it is the Colts. Tom Brady's still a genius, and he just makes things happen. The only thing is the downfall of that is because you have Mike Evans, you also have to worry about all the other mouths that he has to feed, and Tom Brady's really good at that.
Yeah, Godwin, I think, has been the big guy over there.
He's consistent. It's just sometimes it's Mike Evans' week, sometimes it's AB's week, sometimes it's Gronk's week, sometimes it's freaking
check this stat out. So Evans is ranked wide receiver 6 in fantasy with 10 touchdowns, and Godwin is wide receiver 10. It's on sleeper app.
There. Right there.
I mean, if you have both of them by any chance, I mean, it's hard not to play both of them, but if you have one or either of them, I would play both of those guys too. Because I mean, Tom Brady just knows like, all right, now you get the ball, you get the ball, you get the ball, you get the ball. It's just that's just how he plays.
Yeah.
Mike Evans is a must start.
Evans, man. Brady just does his thing, man.
Yeah. And then Bob Dole, he said for Joey, Dude Evans, Tom Brady's up against Jonathan Taylor for MVP, so he's gonna ball out. There you go. So you getting some. Bob Dole also said go Evans. We already said that one. And Joey said his division is 9. My division 9-2 in first, and I'm second at 8-3 and playing for third slot 7-4. Okay, so you got your division locked up. It looks like, but you want that overall first spot, which he's right there for it. That's what he's saying. Well, I don't know what the first place is, but playing second and playing for third spot. So
yeah,
you're only a game apart. Yeah, I think Gordon is your safer bet, though. I don't think you want to do too many risk plays unless you're projected to lose by a lot. I would go Gordon the safer play. Let the other guy. Usually, I like to let the other guy mess up. Let him overthink stuff and play the risky plays because they need the win.
Either way, Joey, you're in the playoffs. Regardless.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You start when Marvin was talking about it last week, he goes, and you start thinking like defenses that are going to be good in the
These
playoffs.
long stretch, yeah.
You need to start thinking about that, like matchups. For week, was it 14, 15, 16? No,
no,
now it's 15, 16,
15,
17.
16, 17. Because 14 is the
most
bye week.
playoffs. Yeah.
If you're in a league that you have championship weekend 14, I'm sorry, man.
That's weird. Yeah.
Well, like, there's a bye week.
And also, like, I remember the first couple years I played, they had the championship game be the last week. And I don't like that either. Yeah.
Well, this is not the last week, though. 18 would be the last week.
18 would be yeah.
17, 16, and 15 are still within that range, but after the bye week as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then Untamed Music. What's up, man?
I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. To start neither to roster Hines. I'm not sure.
I think this is to Bob Dole's should I pick up Hillard or Hines?
Yeah.
The question, the reason to Music, the reason I answered Hillard for this week, rest of season, still don't like either of them, but I mean, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, rest of season.
I think rest of season you would have to watch what Hillard does this week, though.
Yeah.
Of a one game, like you got lucky. I don't know. Like it was just.
Yeah. If you have that free roster spot, I would pick up Hillard and hold on to him to see what's going on. And if he does well, then then good for you. But if he does bad, then you can just drop him later. I don't know. I can't see Hines doing anything really.
I think he's. I mean,
like you said, unless Taylor,
the Texans though. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And he says Hillard carried more than AP and the Foreman last week, and I have both Hillard and Foreman available. Yeah. So I like Hillard. Depending on how Hines is doing, like it just seems like they're fading him unless they're like up by a crap ton of points. They do a lot of passing, or unless they're down by a crap ton of points. And right now the Colts are they're in neither of those situations as of now. Their games have been pretty steady. Mm-hmm. So unless they're airing it out a lot, which not lately. I mean, JT has been running over everyone and their mom. Like, just get out of the way. But anyways.
Got 53 freaking points on sleeper PPR.
So okay. So you know when you mentioned that earlier, I was looking for Eckler's points.
Yeah.
I knew I had JT. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I still don't pay much attention to that one, to be honest. Just because it's free. And I know
it's a free. I mean,
it's a bragging right?
Yeah, the same thing. Like in my other league, I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it's a decent, $600, somewhere around there. So, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna take care about that one before I do the bragging rights one. Yeah, but yeah. Then we got Bob Dole. Bob Dole says, "I need the flex because AJ Brown curveballed me with going out." Yeah, he did that with a lot of people.
Yeah, is this towards the Hillard though? So is he thinking about putting Hillard in there? That's. But I'm assuming that's towards this Hillard or Hines for the flex.
For the flex.
Yeah, because he's been talking about Hillard and Hines.
Talk about Hillard Hines.
Which the flex, I mean, for me, I would put Hillard in. Just
over Hines.
I mean, against.
Yeah, he said, that's what.
Yeah,
the situation is. Yeah,
but I mean, I don't like either one of those options though. I hope it's just this week, man. But
yeah. I mean, the best that you can hope for is somebody else goes out, and now you have a for sure starter, and hopefully you can pick him up. It's just, dude. I know, but injuries this year have been crazy, especially the last 3-ish weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The injuries has been
running backs, receivers is just like
yeah. I don't know if it's because I'm paying more attention this year, But yeah, there's a lot of injuries. He said Hillard over Hines and Foreman is how I'll go. Yeah. Yeah. That's not too bad. Because I think Hillard and Foreman, that's a 50-50, man. It's flip a coin, I think. Foreman is projected to get more carries.
That's what they said they're going to do. They're going to give him more carries.
Yeah, but you can never trust what they say because they could say it and then
they probably say that to the media sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah. Unless you're Matt Nagy and you just let everyone know like every inner thought you have, and all the word salad coming out of his mouth. But most teams say very little and then possibly lie, to make people think things. And then Joey, they are both girls. One of them is 9-2, sitting in first, and and second 8-3. I'm playing the third seed. She's 7-4.
Oh man,
nice, man.
Yeah, well, good for them.
Yeah. I know. I was in a league with she was one of my classmates at the time, and somehow I found out she was like into fantasy football. She was hardcore into fantasy football. I don't know too much now, because I know she's like super busy, and I really haven't talked to her in years. But man, she was hardcore in fantasy football. Like I would go and get some help from her, like during class. I'm like, hey, I gotta start him or him, and she's like, oh, I'll go him. Blah, blah. So yeah, I mean, just because like they're women doesn't mean they don't know their shit. Because
who was it? Al Michaels made fun of women in football, or one of the announcers, or was it Collinsworth?
I don't know. There's a lot of them that do.
He said some stupid. He's like, "Oh, I'm surprised or whatever to see more football or more females in football." Like, where have you been, dude? Like, they're all over the place. They're refs, they're coaches now, and trainers now. Like, where have you been? Like, he got a lot of roasted. He got roasted that week.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, man, good for them, man. 9-2 is pretty solid. I wish I was 9-2. Shit, I wish I was 8-3 in any of my leagues. I would be happy.
Yeah, I think I'm like 7-4.
I'm 7-4 and 5-6 in our league. Yeah. And then Bob Doe came back. What do you guys think about Thaddeus Moss lacing up for Cincy? Randy Moss's son.
Oh, Thaddeus Moss.
Thaddeus. Thaddeus.
I
didn't even know.
Yeah, so he was with them before, and then or was it with the Vikings? He was with somebody. They cut him. Look, he's not. It's a name. He's not that great. He's not gonna start over. Freaking CJ Asamoah or Drew Sample. There's no way. Do I like the fact that he's with Joe Burrow? Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. But at the end of the day, if you're not going to produce for you, man, like I don't want you there.
Yeah, I mean, even
CJ's
on Sleeper. Yeah, he's doing really good. Even on Sleeper, they said he's just there to provide depth at the position. I mean, Sample and Wilcox are both going to be looked at before Moss.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it is interesting. I did not know. Randy Moss's son is playing in the league, though. And tight end of all places.
He got cut before week 1 by someone.
That sucks.
Look, it's just not his play. Let's see here.
It's also a very big name to live up to, man. That is rough. That same thing with like LeBron's sons, which are pretty good, but like Michael Jordan's sons, Walter Payton's son. I mean, those are just names that are impossible to live up to. Yeah. Well, I mean, those guys though.
Arch Manning is supposedly going to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
He's playing QB like his dad, so we'll see.
Yeah. But I mean, that's definitely in the blood. Yeah.
Just signed.
But even what's the other guy? The Fox guy, Howie Long. He got 2 kids in the freaking NFL. That are really, well, maybe not so much the offensive linemen anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, they were both like big shots a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's rough. Yeah, in the TE spot. Went to school with Chase and Burrow. Yeah, LSU.
That's what I was saying right now. Like, I'm glad he's back with Joe.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I think but yeah, wow. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's always rough, man, because at least he's playing a different position. You know, I mean, it's still from his dad. Although, like, I feel like if I was gonna be behind a legacy like that, I'm like, I'm gonna be the complete opposite position from you because I don't want to be. I don't want to be. Yeah, I mean, maybe corner or safety. I don't know.
Funny you say that. Speaking of like opposite from you, family member type, Stephon Diggs and Travion Diggs, when they went to high school together, or something like Trayvon was upset and cried or whatever when they were kids, and he went to Stephon and he goes, they told me I'm not going to be a receiver. And Stephon looked at him or whatever he told him. He said, well, then you go out there and you go be the best at another position. And you go out there and be the best at that. He goes, if they don't want you at receiver, then you go at cornerback and you be at the best at that. You go out there and be a safety and be the best at that. Like whatever it was. Yeah. And so the complete opposite from like everyone's still waiting for the Bills Cowboys game to see those two lined up against each other, which should be fun to watch. But it was funny because on the Thursday game, the turkey game, Stephon was interviewed. He goes, Mom went to go see Trayvon, which I'm a little jealous about, but I love you, Mom, or whatever. But that was it was pretty funny. So she went to Dallas to go see Trayvon and little Addison Diggs, and which is Trayvon Diggs' son. But it was kind of cool to know about that. But yeah.
Trying to look up.
What's that?
No, I was seeing if they play each other this year. I don't know if they do.
No, they don't. I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't look like
not
they do.
This year. I think I already looked at that. Like probably earlier, but
yeah. But I feel like the NFL knows stuff like that, especially two guys of that caliber, and their brothers. If they don't put them against each other next year, then they're stupid. Because
they'll try
to watch that
through their career somehow, some way. They'll try.
I mean, granted, any of them could get traded or cut. I doubt it, but it is a possibility. But I think, their NFL would be smart to put them against each other.
I think Trayvon would shut down Stephon.
Yeah.
And that's only because of like what I was saying about earlier. Receivers have that regression year. He's older.
Yeah.
So
he's got to step up.
He's like, he'll beat him.
But I mean, that's just something like if I was Randy Moss's son, I'm like, all right, I don't want to play receiver, but I'm going to play corner, and I want you to be the receiver, and I'm going to practice on you, one of the greatest wide receivers ever. I mean, how is that? That's a no-brainer for me. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe he's just not good at it. I don't know. But I mean, for me, that's what I would do is like, I don't want to be compared to you, but I have you here as a person that could help me. Hey, play against me. Yeah. But can you imagine like you practice against your dad, who's Randy Moss,
And that's what made him so good at LSU, though. He was really good in college. It's just, once he got to the NFL, it was like, just wasn't there for you. I don't know. And then plus tight ends are just like a really weird thing. Like we thought Cole Kmet was going to be beast this year, and he hasn't done anything until like the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
He's getting more targets, getting more yards. He's not ending up in the end zone. Why? Because stupid Jimmy Graham is there. But
I mean, Kmet should be better, should be doing more, but the Bears are stupid up there, man.
Next season, I hope they have better pieces there.
Yeah. I mean, the pieces aren't too bad in Chicago. It's the coaching.
I think a little few more upgrades. Just a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, definitely defensive corners and some. I mean, the O-line needs to get healthy. That would be one nice thing to have. But yeah, but I mean, you can have like somebody was talking about. They're like, imagine having like this gorgeous puzzle, and it's like it's the best puzzle that will ever could be possible, and then the coach is the person that needs to put it together. And
I thought you were going to go
know what he's doing. No, the Bears aren't they're not the best team ever. But he's like, that's how the coaching is. It's like,
say you have this great puzzle that you have to build, giving it to a toddler to build it. That's I
mean, that's kind of what he said. Is like, I mean, that's a good comparison. But he said something basically along the lines. It's like, you have somebody who doesn't know how to put the pieces together. It doesn't matter how pretty everything looks, because you don't know what you're doing. If you're doing 5 Wildcats, it's the stupidest shit ever. It's like Nagy needs to go coach high school, because that's what that's his playbook. His high school playbook.
Illinois,
the pros don't do that shit. Yeah.
Anyways.
What's that?
Illinois.
I don't know. Probably. I know there's Illinois University. That's where Brian and Marvin played at. They played at Illinois.
All right.
But yeah.
Are we ending it? Because I no questions and anything else. I mean,
well, unless
you want to talk about something else.
Yeah, and it seems like a slow week. I think a lot of people are probably
done because they lost.
Yeah, you had so many games already played, and also probably people are still like coming home from the holidays and stuff like that.
I know we had a slow week, like week 8 or something. Like it was just a quiet. I think, me and Mark sat there and we literally talked about whatever. I was like, oh, this is a change of pace. Like off season, you're like, oh, I can't wait for the questions, and you get them all the time, and then 1 week it's like, oh, this is kind of nice. But
yeah, I'm just able to talk. I know. Well, that's really fun, because the week when it was just me, Mark. Oh, thank you for streamer fun following. Thanks. Appreciate it. Over on Twitch. But yeah, the week where it was just me and Mark, we got a lot of questions. Like a lot of questions. I was like really surprised. We were like pretty busy that morning, which is pretty awesome. So, but yeah, I'm cool with ending it. Go get ready, eat some breakfast. I haven't eaten breakfast yet.
I don't usually. I wake up and with my coffee.
Yeah, same here. So I'm not going to go over the whole schedule, but all the links for all the Nerd Huddle are in the description. So make sure you give Dynasty Pylon. That's Martin and Mark's show. They do stuff on Tuesday. They do stuff on Wednesday. They do your lunch hour on Thursday. Hang out with you there. So make sure you go give them some love on the Dynasty Pylon. And then we just talk football almost all the rest of the week. And then finally, me and Brian are talking our nerdy stuff again on the Thursday show. So we went on some pretty good conversations this past Thursday, the Hawkeye show coming out. But yeah, right, man. Yeah. It was okay. I didn't mind it. Not to the same caliber, but yeah. Bob Dole, thank you. Take care. Yes, ma'am. Hopefully see you. Yeah. During the week. Yeah, make sure you go give Dynasty Pylon some love. Give them a sub. Yeah, they're killing it over there. You guys are killing it, man. 114 subs now. Like, dude, like the other week you were at 100. Now you're at 114.
Yeah,
you guys are doing awesome.
We haven't even finished a whole year yet, so
yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I think you guys can hit 150 by the end of the NFL season. Oh, by Super Bowl.
Maybe by Super Bowl, because that's by February. We started in February. February 4th or something was our very first one.
Nice.
So
yeah, I heard you guys talking about that on your show about that how much it changed from it. Big thing. I mean, I love StreamYard. I still prefer OBS because I could do a lot more different things. But StreamYard is pretty easy to use, simple. Yeah. And I think I think me and you both learned how to do all the little stuff here and there, like adding these guys. And
I was forced to at a point. I had to learn it, because if I didn't learn it, then and you were busy half the time, so I was like, well, okay, I have to figure this out.
Yeah, so. But once you figure it out, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty easy, but cool. yeah, man, that's it from us over here at Nerd Huddle, Dynasty Pylon. Thank you guys for checking us out. Make sure you go check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Sleeper app and on Discord. Right now, me and Martin are the only ones really talking to each other on all those apps. But we're trying to build a nice little community with everybody. But thank you guys. Thank you, Bob Dole. Got who else? Music came in. Joey, appreciate it. Carlos is God. Meng Mizzy is a new person. Appreciate you coming in, asking some questions. Thank you all guys. Phantom Beast coming back. Cool. But thank you guys, and we'll see you guys later.